FightFans.com. What's up? It's your man, Pretty Boy Floyd, the one and only.
Hello to fight fans at home.
FightFan.com.
James Lights Out, Tony.
How you doing?
I wanted to ask you a couple questions about Mayweather. I don't want to beat the dead horse or get into any of the stuff that's happened before, but what would you say at the end of the day the fight fell apart because?
Because Mayweather doesn't make the rules, the commissioners do, and why would we even give him the courtesy of calling the shots? It's like giving him an extra point, giving him motivation. We're not going to give him nothing. We're the pound for pound king. We'll go by any commission rule in the world, but not by Floyd Mayweather's rules. He doesn't run this sport.
Do you see that the demands that he was making were a way of just sort of complicating things, or do you think he honestly believes something is up? Like,
no, he's just bullshit. Because I mean, we're past every test that we've ever had, so there's no history. He has no foundation. If he's fighting Shane Mosley, then he has some history, you know. But you know. It's just his way out, you know. The thing is, he doesn't want to fight, and you know, now it looks like he's going to be forced into fighting Mosley because there's just nobody else out there, and very, you know, great fight.
Do you think he was painted into a corner with that one? With the Manny fight falling apart, he pretty much had very few options.
He has to fight somebody too. I mean, because the fans are so disappointed in that fight not happening. So you can't fight mediocre people like Paulie Malignaggi. You can't fight those, you know, stiffs.
Yeah. Not to mention he kind of wants the money of a big fight, and there's not many out there, right? So.
Once he realizes what he's going to make with Floyd, and then he's going to come back around.
With the whole issue with when I went down there, a lot of people would ask Manny why not just take the test, and on ESPN I heard him say 14 days out from the test he's training hard. Then that's just kind of what he kept repeating. But what does that mean to you? Do you think I got the sense he was saying it was invasive? He finds it invasive?
Well, I don't see it that way. The thing is, everybody acts differently to give blood. Some people pass out. Some people feel dizzy. They give you a cookie. Some people, it doesn't bother me at all. Right? Manny Pacquiao, he doesn't feel good for about 3 days. All right, he feels a little weak when they take blood. So on the 14th day they take blood. I lose him for 14. I lose him for 13. I lose him for day 12. My crucial sparring days.
Those are important days in a build-up to a fight. Yeah.
That's the last week hard sparring.
Right.
You know, and then I take it a step further. Mayweather doesn't call a shot. He's not that big.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't make the rules. So why would we even? You know what? I'm mad at myself and with Manny for even entertaining the thought.
For letting it get to that, right? Yeah. Got out of it.
If he wants to really fight, you go to the commission. If you have a complaint, you go to the commission, and they handle it. You know.
From talking to him, do you get the sense he's pretty upset with the way that played out in terms of his integrity being questioned? Is he pretty angry about that?
Yeah, that's why the lawsuit's on.
Yeah,
the lawsuit's on.
Yeah.
No doubt, he's pissed off about that because people outside of boxing perceive, he must be on steroids because we live in that society today. Because, you know, all the baseball players and so forth.
Right.
So, you know, but, you know.
In a way, does that make him want the fight more? Like, he seems to want to, make him pay in the ring, obviously, right?
We wanted that fight.
Yeah.
We're disappointed it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, the thing is, we're not going to wait for this guy.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
Right. Manny's always seemed very cordial and humble with everyone that he's fought, but do you think there's some bad blood brewing there? Like, does he honestly have a dislike for him now?
He doesn't really dislike anybody.
Right.
This may be the first time, yeah.
But not a friendly situation per se.
He's trying to embarrass him and defame his character, you know?
One thing that you mentioned that I wanted to ask you about is that you said Manny does have the luxury of walking away from that fight as number one. Like, the fact that fight fell apart, Mayweather walks away number two.
Yeah.
You know, not just the pound for pound at the moment, but I think a lot of people's opinions legacy-wise as well. So it's really a fight that Mayweather needs more so than Pacquiao. Do you think that's fair? You guys don't need that fight as much as he does.
We don't need it, but I think boxing needs it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, you know, I look forward to the challenge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I want that fight to happen, but again, you know, who the fuck is Mayweather to call the shots? He hired his own company to do drug testing.
Yeah.
I mean, why would people entertain this guy?
Right.
If you give him a little bit, he'll be president soon and run the world.
At the end of the day, do you think it will happen someday?
I do, yeah. Once he realizes that the Mosley fight's going to pay him like $8 million, and he could have made 40 with Pacquiao, he'll come around and look up more basketball bets.
ask, if that fight does happen, how difficult is that fight for you guys? Obviously, you've mentioned before it's a challenging fight.
It's the most difficult fight in the world for us right now, but that's what being champion's all about.
Right. Yeah.
To challenge the best.
Well said. You're obviously really good at picking out the game plans and stuff like that. Is that a big challenge for you in that fight? Is figuring out how that exactly breaks down and what your best chances are?
Yep. I mean, he's complicated, so there's a way to beat him, but
you said before you think he's somewhat breakable, right?
Yep.
I mean, his hands, his arms,
he's fragile.
Yeah. And you think the accumulation would maybe break him down in a situation like that? Yeah.
Definitely.